Dear daughter, let yourself be bored. Boredom is where the magic happens, which I will explain in just a moment. People are so afraid to let themselves feel bored. I really started thinking about this whole idea of boredom and why and how we've gotten to a point where everyone's so afraid to be bored. When we're doing a short, 10-minute drive somewhere, and you said, "Can I watch your phone?" And we said, "No, you cannot." So we started doing something where we be bored together. It's actually really lovely. It's actually like quite meditative. The idea is just sort of focusing on stuff outside of your own needs, looking out the window, really just being present with the boringness that is. Not every time, but there are quite a few times where it's actually pretty special because we do notice things, beautiful lakes or ponds or cute dogs out the window, things that we wouldn't notice at all or see if we're glued to technology. Sometimes when you're not so into practicing boredom, we kind of make it a game. We'll say, "I can be more bored than you," and it makes it more tolerable on the days when you don't want to tolerate being bored, to make it a little playful and see who can be the most bored. I think all of us, not just kids, grown-ups too, have gotten so accustomed to being instantly gratified that we don't know what to do or how to be if we don't have something constantly outside of us going on at our instant desire, the second we want it kind of thing. In life, you don't always get what you want instantly. Sometimes you don't get what you want at all, but believing and having this expectation that you should get everything that you want instantly, that's not good. That's not going to set you up for a life of real fulfillment and real joy. That's also not going to set you up for the understanding that a lot of things in life that you want require patience and hard work and dedication. And so what I really want you to know is there is so much beauty in boredom. Boredom is where the magic happens. When I let myself be bored, like last night, I laid in bed and I just let myself be bored. Boy, was it so helpful to just think about things and let my mind wander. Even this YouTube channel, letting myself not be glued to my phone and just thinking about things I wanted you to know as you grew up. How am I going to make all this happen? All those like little, not problems, but little things that needed to be figured out were figured out when I let myself just be bored so that I could think about them. Boredom just gives you such nowadays a rare opportunity to just let your mind wander, and that's really, really beautiful. I gotta say, I have found myself at times scrolling on my phone, thinking I'm gonna be doing it for 5 minutes, and then I look at the clock and an hour's pass by. And when I step back and think about what did I just do with that entire hour, it's like nothing. I didn't do anything. I watched entertaining but empty content that didn't help me grow or learn or think differently or anything. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that being dependent on that instant gratification, constantly searching and seeking out those dopamine hits, my personal view is I don't think that's the healthiest thing either. I love embracing boredom. At times it's still uncomfortable. Sometimes I don't want to do it. I don't want to sit down and just be for a minute. I want something to occupy my thoughts. Recognizing that is part of what makes me love letting myself be bored. Going, okay, you know what? I'm going to push myself today to feel a little uncomfortable with the idea that I'm just going to sit and be. Like, yeah, it's going to feel uncomfortable. It's not going to satisfy my need for instant gratification. But that's the point. That's the point. Building the discipline muscle, the mental strength muscle of just going like, okay, I'm not getting exactly what I want in this very moment, but I'm okay with that. So let yourself be bored. Sometimes boredom can lead to pretty magnificent ideas or experiences or things. Sometimes boredom is simply just about learning to tolerate the uncomfortableness of not instantly getting what you want. And that's a pretty valuable lesson and thing to learn to be okay with, because that's part of life. And these moments of being bored with you, my little girl, are something I will definitely miss one day. One last thing, kiddo. A light in you, it brightens my entire day.
Whoa! That I love that. So let's do it again. This is going to be really crazy. We almost went jumping down head on the floor.
Holy, that was really wild.
And was that really wild?
It was sort of wild.
And I like cat because more sunshine.
You like what about sunshine?
That's where the petty don't what it is. I just need a fish.